Thy body is indeed the temple of the living God. Where in thy body, then, is the door through which, when ye open it, the Christ may come in? Please stay tuned to our program to find out more.
Wisdom transcends time and space. It is illumination. It discerns and dispels ignorance, ultimately freeing us from the cycle of life and death. It brings comfort to truth seekers and uplifts our life on earth. Unlike worldly knowledge, wisdom is awakened only through direct experience. Since time immemorial, our planet has been graced with light bringers, enlightened beings who embody spiritual wisdom and offer it for the benefit of humanity. On this special occasion, celebrating the 3-year anniversary of Supreme Master Television, we are honored to present the golden thread of wisdom that lights the world. This 4-part series represents a compilation of some of the most powerful and illuminating excerpts from words of wisdom, which, as you will see, all lead to the same ultimate divinity. Welcome to Part 2, The Gift of Being Human. In the previous episode, we were reminded of our noble origin and have understood the hidden treasure within us. In this episode, we will see how we should be grateful for our human body as it offers a rare opportunity for spiritual advancement. One story from Shakyamuni Buddha, the world-honored one, described a soul's small chance of finding its way into a human body. He said, it would be like a blind turtle coming to the ocean's surface for the first time in 100 years and finding a small wedding ring that had been floating randomly across the vast waters. So, this is our 1-in-a-million chance to develop ourselves and fulfill the true human standard. Supreme Master Ching Hai also spoke of the priceless value of the human body in a lecture in Kaohsiung, Taiwan, Formosa on May 9, 1989.
我们那个小小的人这样而已啊，全部的宇宙都在我们身上啊，你们能不能相信？所以说人生宝贝是对的。如果我们不知道我们自己的人呢，那么宝贝啊，哎，是太可惜了。圣经里面有说一句话 ：What profits a man if he gain the whole world and loses his own soul？ 对于我们一个人有什么用？如果整个世界都是我们的私人的财产，不过我们失去自己的本心，失去自己的灵魂。灵魂啊，当然不会失去了，本人呢，也不会失去了，这是一种讲话而已。因为我们不认识他，就像失去一样嘛。像我们父母留下来一大堆的那个遗产啊，不过我们不晓得他在哪里啊，我们每天还应该做木工生活，就是像我们没有财产一样嘛。同样啊，我们如果不认识自己的浩然之气，不认识自己的本心呢，是最大最大的、最悲伤的、最懊恼的、最可怜的、最没有语言这个讲。所以很多人都很懊恼啊，因为没有这个气，没有气的像我们是食人一样啊。这个大宇宙之气啊，就是要长养我们的灵魂， 要张扬我们的智慧，要让我们变成一伟大的。意思说，我们该做的那个人呐、
The words of such enlightened beings as Supreme Master Ching Hai fill us with immense blessings. They give us hope, raising us to a higher level and reminding us that the only enduring human success is to reconnect with our spirit within.
Universal White Brotherhood, the two paths and the ascending way. Pay attention to the smallest flicker of light to find the unknown paths of life. Hidden within are the divine joys descending from heaven. The earth is a place of divine treasures from which you benefit daily. Dust is as precious there as gold. The word dust is full of meaning. In Bulgarian, it has two meanings. One is the noun prach, dust, and the other is the verb prach, washed. One washes to get rid of the dust. Every dusty thing has to be cleaned. The word dust is associated with the word cleanliness, with the concept of purity. The word purity, on the other hand, is associated with the divine world. Therefore, dust leads to purity, and purity leads to the divine world. In the word of wisdom, dust is as precious as gold and gemstones, as sweet fruits and pure flowing water. Dust is the pen with which the earthly life was written down. Receive joyfully the word of God, which flows into your souls. The word of God brings the divine fruits. Whatever may happen in your life, whether good or bad, rejoice. God will turn everything to good. Where God is present, life and death are one. Abide in God so that He may live in you forever. Learn the precious words of love. Study the word that comes from God.
Let's take a brief time to contemplate on nature's wonders, which so beautifully resonate with the generosity of the providence. We will be right back after an important message. Please stay tuned to Supreme Master Television. Welcome back, glorious viewers, as we become aware of the uplifting spiritual realms that are possible to experience as a human being. We are even more motivated to turn inward and find perfection inside ourselves.
Spiritualism, The Body is the Temple, by Edgar Cayce. Thy body is indeed the temple of the living God, wherein thy body then is the door through which, when ye open it, the Christ may come in, the Christ conscience. He is the Son of righteousness, He is the Son of thy soul. He is the Maker, and thus through that awareness ye may make thy whole purpose one with Him, in thy sincerity.
From a spiritual perspective, our highest goal as humans is to align with the divine purpose and constantly seek to better ourselves, even beyond what we can imagine in our minds. Enlightened masters who have attained such wisdom can guide us both inwardly and outwardly on the right path.
Confucianism Analects.
Confucius said, "A gentleman with lofty ideals and a man of benevolence will never seek to live at the expense of injuring their virtue. They will even sacrifice their lives to preserve their virtue." Zigong asked about the practice of benevolence. Confucius said, "A craftsman who wishes to do outstanding work must sharpen his tools. No matter which state you live in, get into the service of the most moral worthy officers, and make friends among scholars who are steeped in benevolence."
Sant Mat Spiritual Gems by Huzur Maharaj Sawan Singh Ji, vegetarian. A boy is fond of play and is averse to going to school, while the parents wish him to sit in school with the teacher and study. The boy does not know the value of studies. Play gives him pleasure, and an occasional shock or knock he does not mind. Parents use threats and inducements. They cooperate with the teacher, and the teacher's task is easy. By the boy learns the value of study, and as he gets disciplined, he does both study and play, and enjoys both, and in time he is a scholar and an athlete. In a way, similar is the position of an entrant in the University of Spirit. The Guru wishes him to open and enter the 10th gate and make contact with the Naam, God's name, but he is fond of play in the 9 portals of the body. He gets enjoyment in this play. Setbacks and mishaps in his play he considers as part of the game of life. The value of Naam is not known to him. The Guru induces him to go in by discourses on the grandeur of Naam. His is a difficult task, for he gets no support from parents. The parents, Kal and Maya, do not wish the entrant soul to enter the University of Spirit, 10th gate or 3rd eye. What to say about contacting Naam? The parents, Kal and Maya, allure him with easy temptations and create worries, sickness, and other adversities to confound his intellect. Their function is to keep the soul away from Naam. Slowly, the entrant grasps the new position, and slowly the entrant realizes the true worth of his parents. Slowly, he begins to dissociate from them, and slowly he takes the Guru as his real benefactor, and slowly he leaves the 9 portals and makes his approach towards the 10th to make contact with Naam and work on Naam.
Peace-loving viewers, thank you for your supportive company today on Words of Wisdom.